All right. Now, let's figure out the rules to rugby. If you did not catch my chat with Claire on the internet, Claire Cullen from the Tri Channel, and she's got, her website, claire.com, I think, is that name of that website. But she does like tour itineraries for people going to Ireland. She does all these fucking fantastic videos. Anyway, I had her on and talking about rugby, and she did some fantastic World Cup rugby videos and things like that. And that was a sport that I've actually played before. When I was in the Army, I got to Fort Polk, Louisiana, my first station out of basic and airborne school. And but when I was in Fort Polk, I first got there, and I'm looking to make friends, and this guy's like, "Hey, man, you want to play rugby?" I'm like, "Okay." Never played before, and I think I played one match. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I think I got the shit kicked out of me. But nothing before or since, but I'm going to Ireland. I know I want to learn sports in Ireland because I love my sports in the United States, and fucking specifically in this order, baseball and football. If you're talking about the Lions, that might be first. And we'll talk about that fucking team coming up later in the show. And then basketball and hockey are the primary ones. But I'm going on to Ireland specifically, and then hopefully more to Europe and learning more about sports over there, So today we're going to learn the rules to rugby. Courtesy of who? Who did this video? Mr. Animate. Or Animate. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But the following video... rugby rules and regulations explained how to play rugby. Okay. And I think this is like an animated sort of video explaining, which, hey, I'm pretty limited as far as my learning capabilities, so I need all the help I can get. Let's keep it basic. Keep it simple, stupid. How to play rugby.
We're going to talk about a real strenuous and rigorous sport, rugby. Objective. In the rugby game, two teams compete against each other. The team with the ball is required to move the ball up the field in phases of play. Keep in mind that the ball can never be passed forwards, but players can run forwards with the ball or kick the ball forward to chase it down and score a point. The opposing team needs to stop the attacking team by tackling and trying to retain the ball.
Why are they showing dudes with American football helmets on? It's confusing me. I'm like, what are we learning here? What are we learning?
The team that scores the most points wins the game. Games may end as a draw. Rugby basic rules.
Okay.
1. The game consists of exactly 80 minutes, which is broken down into two 40-minute halves with 10 minutes rest in between. 2. Both teams...
80 minutes sounds like such a random, like a random, time for... I get two 40-minute halves. That's kind of rad. That's a lot of playing time in between breaks, man. It takes me a lot to get... I can't get into soccer as much as I've tried. And I've been to matches in the United States. I know that's not the same as Europe, but the DCFC, Detroit City Football Club, is fairly popular. So I went to that. And it's just like getting into the sport is hard. I can get into the spectacle, but the sport is harder to get into. But that was one thing that it took me a while to figure, wait a minute, there's no bathroom breaks? I got to get some food. I got to get some beer. There's no... Call a fucking timeout or something.
Teams start with 15 players and 7 substitutes. 3. Players that have left the...
Hang on, my yappiness made me miss some details here.
Let's
get back to that.
2. Both teams start with 15 players and 7 substitutes. 3. Players that have left the field are only allowed to return if they've been treated for an injury. 4. If a player is fouled, the ball goes out of play, or a try or drop goal is scored, the game stops. 5. A foul is announced if a team makes a tackle above shoulder height. 6. The defending team must tackle the player by grabbing hold of him and pulling them to the floor. 7. Attacking players must remain behind the ball to avoid being called offside. 8. Players not indulged in play can be in front of the ball but must get back behind the ball before they again interfere with play. 9. The moment the ball goes into touch, a line out is called. 10. 7 players are allowed to enter a line out, and any of the players can be lifted in order to catch the ball being thrown in. Both teams can compete to win the ball. 11. If the player manages to kick the ball through the top section of the goal, a successful conversion, penalty, or kick at goal is awarded. If a player is unsuccessful, the ball is still in play until it crosses one of the boundaries of the playing field. Scoring. A team can score a point in one of 4 ways. 1. 5 points are awarded when a player places the ball down in their opponent's dead ball area behind the goal. 2. A free kick earns 2 bonus points if the ball passes between the upper post and the top bar on the goal. 3. In case of an infringement by the opposing team, a penalty kick will gain a team 3 points. 4. A drop ball can be kicked out of the hand as long as the ball bounces first and can earn a team 3 points. Rugby field. The field is 100 meters long.
I'm not going to lie when I say that I am 100% confused. I mean, I'm paying attention, I swear. But I'm like, what? What? They're just... Let's keep going.
And 70 meters wide, with a minimum of a 10-meter dead ball area. The H-shaped goal is 6 meters wide, with no restrictions on height. There are the following markings on the field: a halfway line, 5-meter line, 22-meter line, 10-meter line, and a dead ball line. A center spot for restarting the game after a try, penalty, or drop goal has been scored. That's it, folks. This is all you need to know to get out on the field and start playing rugby. Remember,
I mean,
hard work
allegedly,
and
it's all I
persistence
need
is
to
crucial.
know. You know,
Share
allegedly,
your first experiences with us in
it's
the
all I
comments
need
down
to know.
below.
Let me
If you like the
fucking
video,
save
hit the like
screenshot
button. And don't forget to
make
subscribe
this
to our
video
YouTube channel.
shut the fuck up. Rugby rules. Screenshot. Can I just have like somebody who knows rugby come on and we can watch some highlights together and you explain shit to me? I learned way better that way, you know? More hands-on. And hands-on is not going to include me actually playing it, you know? It seemed very confusing, just the like different ways you can kick the ball through the uprights. I'm not sure. I love how you moving the ball forward, you can't have players pass the line of scrimmage. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? You have to move the ball laterally, but then move it forward as a team. I love that little rule. I think that's super cool. And also, I am fairly convinced that if the NFL, American football, were to switch it up to more like rugby rules as far as like the head contact, the penalty for, you know, tackling above the head, which they kind of do now. But if you focus more on actual tackling, like rugby tackling, rather than hitting as they do in the NFL, you would remove a lot, because I don't think rugby has a lot of those fucking head injury problems. I'm sure they do have some to some extent, but I don't know what the like CTE statistics are for rugby players or anything like that. But I really feel like if the NFL went to something more like that, it would reduce that stuff quite a bit. But then, again, because it's just a different game than American football. American football, you have receivers fucking going downfield and balls going like this and fucking defenders crossing at high fucking rates of speed, which I know still happens in rugby. Maybe I just need to sit and watch some rugby, and I think I will. I think I'm going to go through the Ireland team for the World Rugby. Is that right? World Rugby World Cup? In so many words, yes. All right. We're learning rugby, you guys. Fuck in A. What the hell, everything?